forward, what do we know about Wyoming?
They're awfully good. They're a proud program. I've been associated with them for a long time. They'll come to work. They're tough guys. Their new coach I've known forever. He's a disciplinarian type guy, a no-nonsense guy. They bring quite a bit of talent, but we can match up with them, and we know that. And we were matched up well with Rice, and we should have done better there. But other than the fact that it's going to be another tough ballgame, I wish there were some easy ones, but they're none available.
Last year you guys had a lot of success against them offensively. Do you expect them to attack you differently?
Well, it's a whole different scheme. It's a whole different coaching staff, if you will. Greg and those guys are all new. So we're concentrating on the tapes that we have this go around and not paying too much attention. I'm sure they'll pay attention to what we did last year offensively. But again, Kevin is new, so I don't think they'll pay much attention to us there last year either.
You mentioned that the slate is clean. How difficult, or is it easy to kind of flip the switch and try to forget about the previous
No,
game?
Mike, it isn't. It isn't. But we have to convince them and convince ourselves that really, it's 0-0. I mean, you play for the conference. That's what's fun about being in a conference. That's why the people had enough foresight, Rock Freitas and those guys, to get us into the Mountain West. If you play as an independent, no one really cares. So, but we're not an independent. We're in a league, and we have to do well in it. You don't just forget about the fact that there were a couple games we probably should have had, but 3-2, 1-4, whatever it was, we still 0-0 going into the conference, and that's what we have to look forward to.
You gave Taylor a lot of work today.
Well, obviously we need to look. We, not satisfied with what's going on, and we need to make some changes if we have to. We're going to look and make some decisions as we go along in practice. We did give Taylor a lot more looks, but we also gave some others a lot more looks as well. Maybe Taylor being the most obvious, but there was some changes made. No one's happy with where we're at. Disappointed, but really optimistic that we're 0-0 going into the conference, and we got to step forward. We just got to look forward to the next one.
With the quarterback change last year, you guys reacted so well offensively to Sean being put in. Is there anything you can draw from last season's change to this year?
Well, that's probably a good question. I think Taylor is older, more mature, just like Sean was. But there's certain things that he likes to do that maybe we thought we could do other things with Ikaika. So we'll just have to kind of wait and see.
Offensively, last year against Wyoming, you guys put up a bunch of yards, a bunch of points. Anything you know about their defense that's going to pose more of a challenge this week?
Not that I know of. It's the same defense we play every week, and we just got to go out and do our ball, play our ball.
Despite the outcome, you guys are kind of wiping the slate clean right now. Open up conference play. That's exciting, right?
Yeah, 0-0. Coach showed us that it's a clean slate, and we got to learn from our mistakes and get better. It's a good opportunity for us to get into those winning games, and we just got to do our 111th and do our job.
Is it tough to go through a potential quarterback change, after having 5 games into the season already?
I mean, that's what practice is what's all about. Practice is, he goes in, we got to get his reps, and that's all we can ask from him from now. So just got to step up and execute.
You guys went through something similar with Sean last year. Sean was able to have so much success. Is there anything you guys can draw from having a quarterback change in the middle of the season last year to this season?
Well, it's not just him. It's just everyone else. Everyone needs to have that mentality that we can win. We can win games, and we just gotta man up and give it to them. That's all we gotta do. We gotta believe. That's all that matters. That's all it is.
Talk about Wyoming. What have you seen so far on tape? What kind of problems do they present?
They like to run the ball a lot, so we're gonna have to show up on the line and make sure when they go play action and stuff, we got the back covered too. So can't give up the big plays, and we got to keep them contained.
What was the vibe out here this morning?
It was good. It was getting after it. We got our next appointment. We're focused on them, not really focused on everything else. We're not even really looking past them. We're thinking about them and this week what we have to do.
Obviously, wins and losses paramount to anything, but your defense has been playing so well, and you've been making a lot of plays out there. How much fun have you been having out on the field this year?
A lot. We're finally getting comfortable and kind of coming into our own. So, we really like what we're doing. We just got to keep it up, and we got to do that extra step more. I mean, we have been doing good, but if we do that extra thing, if we're really 100%, locked down, then we can get the wins that we've been, the close games turn into us winning.
With Julian going down, do you feel as far as playmaking? You know, he's such a playmaker out there that you have to do anything extra special to help this defense out?
I mean, nobody has to do anything extra special. We just got to do our own jobs, and, you know, everyone's got to show up and do their job, and everyone has to do it together. You know, all 11 guys have to do their job. We can't have one person not doing their job or trying to do too much, you know, so.
You're talking a lot about the team. Let's talk about you, though. You've kind of been on fire lately. What was the change?
I just, you know, got comfortable this last game. I really feel comfortable at nickel, and, you know, I'm not really thinking about things, it's just a reaction. And then, you know, they put me in the right place on a couple blitzes and stuff, so just made the right play.
With mixing it up with all the big offensive linemen and stuff near the line of scrimmage, do you feel comfortable in there with all those big boys?
Yeah, you know, you just gotta use what you have, you know, speed. You know, you can get around people, you know, taking angles and stuff. You gotta use what you have, you know. They can't move like we can, so.
Wyoming, what offensively are they gonna pose challenge-wise to you guys?
A lot of the shifts, motions, you know, having to reload our defense, and just having us be focused with our eyes, having good eyes and attention to detail.
Coach Chow talked about this at a time where you guys have to kind of wipe the slate clean. You know, you head into conference play. What does that do for you mentally, though, right now? How hard is it to erase, you know, the season that you've already had so far?
You know, it's been a tough start, and everybody that we've played against, you know, they were very beatable teams. But it was just about us focusing and going into this second half of the season. You know, we have to buckle down. It is conference play, and everybody we have from now on is very beatable if we stick to our game plan, focus, you know, saying, have attention to detail, and just come out and ball out. You know, coming from the 1-4, that's not something we want to think about. What's in the past is in the past. They were good competition, and we feel confident in our skill abilities to continue forward and finish out the rest of the season strong.
All right, Taz, you're a big guy, but DeMattei's a little guy near the line of scrimmage out there doing blitz packages and stuff like that. How much fun is it to watch such a small guy go out there and make a big impact at the line of scrimmage?
It's actually fun because throughout the week he's always hard on himself. Whenever he makes simple mistakes, he's beating himself up, and we're there to just uplift him. So to see him go out there and make big-time plays like that, I mean, it's exciting for all of us. And I was out there cheering every play he made, jumping him down, just screaming his name, you know, just excited for him and his opportunities.
Was that pretty surprising for you guys to see, like, when game time came around, he turns into a playmaker a little bit?
It's not really surprising because it's expected. It's expected of all of us to go out there and make plays. That's what we're here for, you know. It's a Division I sport, and we have big-time playmakers, and that's what we do.